And me too, tatted on my forehead. Go home, go to bed. I dress something make it this way come. When the family unit is overrun, when the structure is undone by some new concoction. Now I walk softly and carry a big stick.
Yo, welcome back to the Franchise Podcast on Franchise Sports Media. I'm Joe Arrigo. With me is the man, the myth, the legend himself, TQ, Squeezer McSqueeze.
Wow, kind of like that intro right there, baby.
Yeah, whatever.
Are we going to change it to that for every week or what?
Nah,
you in a good mood?
No, actually, I'm in a somber mood, man.
Oh, damn.
Look, I'm going to be honest.
Here we go.
I'm going to start the show off. You know, it's going to be sad a little bit, reminiscent. Growing up in Los Angeles and growing up in Southern California, we had the honor and the pleasure of listening to three of the best to ever broadcast sports. And that's
Agreed.
Vin Scully, Chick Hearn,
Yes, sir.
and Bob Miller with the LA Kings.
Absolutely.
And you can even throw in Pete Arbogast with USC football,
Yes,
too.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, sadly, last night on Tuesday night, news broke that Vin Scully, at the age of 92, passed away. That's why I'm wearing the Dodger hat today. I think that's why you got yours on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Look, man, I'm gonna be honest. I did cry. I felt like a part of my childhood left last night. I mean, I can go back to watching him on Channel 5, KTLA 5, or KCAL 9, or Fox 11 in LA, and just hearing his voice on a Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock when they're playing on the East Coast.
It's time for Dodger baseball. Yeah, baby. Oh man, it's like you said, man. It's a part of our childhood growing up in LA. What people don't talk about is, at least for our generation, baseball transcended race. It transcended, class. And everything for us as kids. We all played Little League baseball. Everybody. We all did.
Everybody.
In every neighborhood across the city, we all played Little League baseball.
But over the line,
all of us would always have Dodger night.
Yes.
All the Little Leagues would always go to the Dodger games. And it just made us all love baseball at such an early age. And our age, like, we was around for Kirk Gibson.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We saw that championship. And his name, for people in Los Angeles, people like us, it's not just synonymous with the Dodgers. No. It's synonymous with baseball. Like when I think baseball, that's the first sound that I hear is Vin calling the game. And for me, and I know, you got some great, guys, some legendary guys around the scope of baseball, and you have for years. I mean, straight up Hall of Fame announcers, but it's just something about Vin and his voice. It was just kind of ingrained into the attitude of Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying?
He was our uncle.
Yeah.
That we were all that had all the stories, that never talked bad about anybody, that was always cool.
Right.
And hello, friends.
Yes.
You know, it's like, man.
Yeah, he had a Mr. Rogers vibe to him that was just pleasant, man. His voice soothed you. His voice sounded like Dodger Stadium looks. You know what I mean? It's like it was velvety, and it was just a way to listen to baseball, man. And we're gonna miss. And I mean, we've been missing it for a while now.
So two quick stories. I remember I was about 9 years old. I went to a Dodger game, and this is when you sit on the top level. And when you were on the top level, you had those big old bugs or whatever. Like, I don't know if they were bats or something, but they're flying around.
Yeah, exactly.
So I went to the bathroom. You know, I'm 9 years old. I go to the bathroom by myself for the first time at Dodger Stadium alone. Right? You know, and this is in the 80s. So
big deal.
Big deal. And you could hear like Vin Scully's voice in the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm peeing, and I'm like, what the hell? People had their transistor radios in there listening to Vin while they went to the bathroom. Like that's what gave people the ideas about putting speakers in bathrooms because
100%.
because they went to Dodger Stadium and heard Vin Scully's voice. And
But there's so many people that would be at Dodger Stadium watching the game
Just
and
listening
listening
yes.
to their Walkman because they could hear Vince call it.
they'd rather hear Vin call the game.
Vince.
Then, as I got lucky enough to go to games and cover the Dodgers, you go into the media room where they feed us.
Yeah.
And he's at the same table
Yeah.
with, at this time, Charlie Steiner, Rick Monday, and Jaime Harin. And you sit back, you're like, there goes Vin. And there's a couple of times where he came up and said, how you doing?
Yeah, always.
And it's like,
Cool.
Hi, nice to meet you, Mr. Scully. And just call me Vin. The nicest guy. We had him on the show in LA that we did. I know Fred Rogan had him on his show. My boy John Gennaro had a real good story about Vin and leaving a grocery store to call, due to calling because he forgot and was apologetic. And the first thing he talked about was he was scared to leave his wife alone in the store because she doesn't know how to pick the right avocados.
West Coast, baby. I love it.
So last night, and I did it to myself. I went and rewatched his final goodbye, which was at Giant Stadium at the time, Pac Bell Park. And when he just said his goodbye to everybody for the final time and signed off, and that kind of hit close to home. That was in 2016. His wife passed away not too long ago, and it was weird because I was just thinking about, I wonder how Vin is doing. So for this to happen, you're 100% right. He was the voice of baseball.
For sure.
He and it wasn't just baseball. He called NFL games too.
He did.
The catch from Dwight Clark from Montana.
Yes, sir.
He called that game. He was the absolute best when it came to calling games, and that pales in comparison to the type of human being that he was.
Yeah, he's a hell of a person, man. Just to hear, since this was announced, the stories that came out about him from all walks of baseball, all walks of life. He's going to be missed, man. I mean, we lost some giants. These last couple of days, man. It's kind of a thing where I'm happy that I got a chance to experience both of them. Like, I didn't get a chance to watch Bill Russell play basketball naturally, but he was always like the elder statesman.
Yeah.
He was always like the granddad with all of the stripes, all the accolades that every single player in the league respected.
Right.
Walked in the room, everybody bowed down. It's like, Mr. Russell, Mr. Russell, Mr. Russell. It's the same thing with Vin Scully. It's the same thing. So to lose two of them like that back to back, man, like I said, I'm just happy that I was alive to be able to experience them, Vin doing what I feel he does better than anybody else. And then Bill Russell, just to have that type of impact off the court in our generation. You know what I'm saying? For us to know him like we know him,
Did you see
it's
that
because of everything that he did off the court. We didn't watch him play. So
Did you see that he was a bodyguard for Jim Brown at one point?
yeah,
Like, that was crazy.
That threw me off. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
And the thing is, and I'll go as far as LA, since 2019, these are the giants that the city of Los Angeles has gained as far as angels looking over the city now.
Boy,
Nipsey Hussle,
man,
Kobe, Elgin Baylor, Tommy Lasorda, and now Vin Scully.
boy, some heavy losses, man. Hall of Fame, one of a kind, gifts to sports.
So our thoughts and prayers, obviously, and condolences go out to the Scully family
And the Dodger family.
I was getting to the entire Dodger family.
Yeah, the Dodger family took a loss, man, and you just don't. Vin was such a pillar, just for that team and what the team means to the city and what it means to baseball. I don't know if has another announcer had a tenure that long. I'm not comparing guy to guy. I'm just saying
maybe the Yankees announcer before he retired.
Okay.
Maybe him. But I don't think there's been someone. I mean, Vin Scully's first time calling a Dodger game, he was 24, 25 years old.
Wow.
And
went all the way to what?
from like to 2016.
2016.
In his 80s, late
Heavy
80s.
man.
I mean,
That's heavy.
All he did was show up to work every day.
Every single day.
He just showed up. And when he wasn't there, you're like, what's wrong with Vin?
Right.
Why do we have Rick Monday or Ross Porter right now? Like with Don Drysdale. Like, where's Vin?
Yeah, man. It was like a letdown if Vin wasn't calling the game. I did get a chance to shake his hand. I sang the national anthem for the Dodgers a couple of years ago. He didn't call that game, but he was at the stadium. And when I went up to do my sound check, I actually got to say hello and shake his hand.
That's dope.
First time. That was cool. I'll never forget that.
So the Dodgers got one more thing to do now, just like they did a couple years ago. Win it for Vin.
Come on, man.
Win it for Vin.
For Vin. Simple as that.
There's the new hashtag.
Chip, baby.
Speaking of Chip, it's starting. It's starting.
What's starting?
Football season is starting.
Yeah, you heard that, don't you? It's in full swing. Raiders camp is popping right now. Things look a little bit different. I mean, maybe everybody says this about the squad they cover or the squad that they love before the season. Mm-hmm. But
except Bears fans. Bears fans, they know their season's already over. It was over with before it even started.
I'm gonna stay out of this Midwest stuff. I'm gonna bring it back over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the Bears. I don't like. I think I like Green Bay even.
I know you like them less. Whatever.
I do.
I don't care.
It's not even
I don't care.
So stop throwing in Bears and Green Bay. We don't care.
I didn't bring up Green Bay. I just said the Bears.
Nobody out here cares about what the Bears are doing. Didn't the Raiders beat the Bears last year? Or did they lose?
No, they lost.
We lost to the Bears?
Lost to the Bears. So you should hate the Bears even more.
Yeah, come on, man.
At home.
Anyway, on the other side of the field are the guys wearing black. Those are the guys I pay attention to. So I'm not going to talk about Devontae and Derek Carr and Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller
and their Uber drive.
The myriad. They catching balls and throwing balls great. They not ordering Ubers to the best of their ability. But I will say this. I've been looking at the defense. I am very, very, very excited about the linebackers, safeties, and the edge rushers.
Well, you love Morig. That's your guy.
I do. He's my favorite player on the team. I see growth. I saw him last year man his position consistently. He was one of the only defensive players I felt outside of Max that level of consistency. You knew what to expect.
Ngakoue wasn't consistent. He was consistent. What are you talking about?
Got to stop the run, man. He got to hit somebody when they coming around your way. You got to drop them.
Hey,
I didn't see enough of that happening.
Sometimes you crash and your linebacker spills and it's on a linebacker.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool. I bet it won't happen with Chandler Jones playing that position this year.
He got to be at practice. He missed a few practices in a row. Same thing with Waller.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
I hope so. They need him.
All right, man. Come on, man.
They need him.
Man's a pro, man. He'll be all right. But I'm saying this. Get ready for some defense this year. This is a different Raider team. It's a difference on the defensive side, 100%. And I will say this. I'm not a Patriot guy. I don't like the Patriot way.
You hate them.
I don't care how many championships the Patriots won. I don't care. I don't like any of that. It was a fumble. But I will say this. There is structure. There is a level of accountability. And there is a level of professionalism that I haven't seen in the organization since I don't know when.
Well,
maybe back when Jerry Rice and Tim Brown was around.
The Gruden's first tenure?
Yeah, maybe so.
That leads me to, you brought up Tom Brady, and he's in the news because is Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, was basically, the NFL came down on him. They found out that he was trying to throw games and that he was trying to circumvent things. One of the things he was trying to do was bring Tom Brady there. Now, he got 6 games, he being Stephen Ross. But Tom Brady, who was under contract with the Patriots, didn't get a damn thing.
Oh,
Twice.
So wait, this was after the Patriots?
This was this was in 2019.
Okay.
Before he went to Tampa Bay.
Okay,
then
this was after.
He goes to Tampa Bay because he's unhappy with Arians, and says, "I'm going to retire," and then tries to finagle his way to Miami.
Okay.
But then Brian Flores' deal came.
Right.
But Teflon Tom doesn't get caught for anything.
Hey, man.
He's been a part of the biggest scandals. Think about it. Deflategate, Spygate, this one.
So what are you saying? Free your mind. Tell us how you really feel about Tom Terrific.
I think Tom Brady is full of shit and is about Tom Brady, not about winning. And he has the I don't give a damn attitude about what happens to anybody who I step on.
Yo, man, the man got 14 rings. How you going to say he's not about winning? Come on, man. The man is our age. He's still playing football.
Hey.
Give me, bro. I don't like Tom Brady. I'm not a Tom Brady fan.
Don't defend him.
Let's call a spade a spade. The man is one of the best football players.
I never said he wasn't.
Ever.
Never said he
wasn't. How you
wasn't.
going to say he's not about winning?
What I'm saying
What else is he about?
Tom Brady.
All of the cheating was based on winning. Trying to win.
You're going to win in Miami?
Yes.
Bull.
Tom Brady would.
Look,
sure.
you know what I think happened? I think Belichick said, "Oh, let me send this text to Brian Flores real quick and act like it's Brian Dable. Hey, congratulations."
Oh my God, are you serious?
Oh, wait a minute. My bad. I thought it was. Oh, I'm sorry. And then now it's like, well, wait a minute. Now they're in collusion. Oh, by the way, they tried to get Tommy to come play for us, and Brian said no. Oh man,
this is how it starts. Misinformation station. None of this happened.
Belichick playing chess against
don't take it and
dudes
run
that
with
play
it.
Chinese checkers.
Yo, stop it, man. Stop it.
Who's to say he didn't do it?
Come on, man.
But the reason I brought
the cupboard was bare in New England.
And it was even more bare in Miami.
If he would have stayed there, he wouldn't have won a championship.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying, but
so he had to
go
get
to
out of
Miami.
there.
But to go to Miami, it'd be the same situation. You're better weather and beaches.
Nah. Miami had a better team, man.
Miami's
missing a quarterback.
Let me point something out. 6 games Stephen Ross got is the same amount Deshaun Watson got.
Stephen Ross is an owner. What is suspending the owner 6 games? Where you can't come to watch the game at the stadium?
He can't have any activity of like be at the stadium, do any day-to-day business, nothing for up until October 17th.
What day-to-day business do owners do?
Beat the hell out of me. I don't own an NFL team.
That's what I'm saying. So who cares? That's
what
Rudy Poot.
What I care is, okay, Deshaun Watson got 6 games. The owner got 6 games. And then you got another owner who's getting rub and tugs, happy endings at the Super Bowl week talking about it's a disgrace to the NFL. Bob Kraft, you did the same shit.
They're not football players, man.
There's still a personal conduct policy they have to adhere to. Jerry Jones groping chicks in the elevator drunk, have them act like one's giving them top. Like, come on. Come on, you tell me that's the type. Oh, hey, Squeeze. Good job, buddy. I'm Roger Goodell. Good job. Come on.
Yo, man, I'm saying it's a good old boy network, right? It's there are some extremely powerful dudes that are in charge of the flow of cash. So they're gonna be able to slip and slide a little bit. That's just the American way.
And what I'm saying is, if Deshaun Watson got 6 games, and you know what? It should be a little bit more. It should be more. But let's be real about it. Deshaun Watson, what he did is egregious. It's more than 6 games is not enough. But here's the issue I have. Here's the issue I have. And you look at me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm waiting on it.
Judge Robertson based everything off 5 women that the NFL submitted. 5.
Okay.
She went off past precedents. She went off the past. This is what the standard has been. I'm holding him to this standard. He got 6 games. The NFL says, whoa, hold on now. We don't like that because it's not what we wanted. We're going to appeal it. The person that's going to choose the person for disciplinary actions now is Roger Goodell. So you don't like the policy that you agreed to when you collectively bargained it into the collective bargaining agreement. Because if that's the case, then Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft, Dan Snyder, let's go Cal McNair. Let's throw some other owners in there. Let's hold them to that same standard because in all actuality, you are the owners of the teams. You set the standard for your organization. You set the standard, not just the players and the coach.
Everything you're saying is correct.
Okay,
I'm
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not
Okay.
disagreeing with you. But where does that happen at?
What do you mean?
Where does that happen at?
Franchise sports media.
The only place. The only place. At the end of the day, the money people get a tap on the hand, man. It's as simple as that. The money people get a tap on the hand. When things start going out of whack, and when I say out of whack, the help starts making decisions.
The help gets power.
The help gets a little power,
Yep.
or the help makes a mistake. There's an example to be made. There's an example to be made.
Okay, so if that's the case, the Houston Texans paid women off, had them sign NDAs. Why aren't they held accountable as an organization? That's why I say Cal McNair.
Hey man, it's like I just said. This ain't nothing new. This has been going on like this for the longest.
Look, I'm not saying Deshaun Watson did or didn't do what he did or didn't do. And the reason why I say that is because at the end of the day, he's paying people off. All but one person's been paid off. He may be trying to get rid of it and just whatever. But here's the deal. The attorney that represents the women lives next door to the owner of the Houston Texans.
I didn't know that.
He lives next door.
Look, man.
Do you see something that's kind of, hey, that's kind of shady? Because now Deshaun got some power, and he wants to leave. I ain't leaving me. Go ahead and let that out there. We'll take care of it.
All makes sense. I would say that's a bit less of a conspiracy than your previous tirade.
Bill Belichick.
That one was a bit ridiculous.
Hey, man.
But I could absolutely believe that something like that could have happened in the Deshaun Watson situation.
My third eye ain't
What
blind.
I do have to say about it is, obviously, there's some egregious activity that happened within Deshaun and these women.
Absolutely.
But I am only concerned with the ones that did not receive pay for these services.
The one person.
For everybody else, sorry, ladies. I'm sure they won't like this, but like, hey, I don't care. If you took money, you shouldn't have. Simple as that. So for the woman who didn't, she would probably feel like this 6 games is absolutely ridiculous. She would probably feel like this contract situation is a huge slap in the face.
Man, the contract situation now, if you don't know, the Cleveland Browns structured the contract for this year to have a huge signing bonus, which is $48 million, and his base salary is $1 million. The fine can't be more than a certain amount. The fine is $345,000. He still made damn near $49 million this year.
Literally.
And if he suspended 6 games, I mean, now if the NFL bumps it to 8, I don't think Deshaun and his people should say a word.
No, they shouldn't.
But I bet you if they go over that, maybe 12 or more, they're filing a lawsuit against the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's going to be appealed. He's going to be on the field.
I agree.
Which leads me to this. Kind of thought about this, when I was just, going through notes in my head upstairs. If he appeals and next season he has the suspension, I wonder if the fines are based off of next year's salary, where it's a lot more versus this year's salary.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
See?
But is there even a scenario where he could win this appeal and be able to play right away? Is that possible for this season?
I mean, maybe I don't think. I mean, he would play regardless because it's the if he appeals, he's appealing more than 6 games. He'll take the 6 games.
Right.
So he's gonna play regardless. It's just how much, and if the league comes in, and they have to do it within the next couple of days. Like it can't be. They can't drag this thing out.
Yeah, no, they can't. Right.
That's not fair to the organization or the play. I mean, even at that, they probably don't care. Yeah. It's not fair to him, which they don't care. But it's not fair to his teammates. It's not fair to the fans, who they really don't care. So evidently, the only person that's not going to be fair to is the coaches and his teammates.
I mean, you know what? I wish that. Boy, it's a touchy subject. I'll tell you that much. But I will say this: I wish that
you can't say it.
For the woman or women did not receive pay for the services provided. My heart goes out to them because this is it's a travesty. It's absolutely ridiculous. If this is the case, because I don't know anything.
Don't know.
I don't know anything at all. So if there is a woman that was disrespected, assaulted, treated in the wrong way by this man, I hope she can get her justice, or they can get their justice. For the other ones, stop being chicken heads. Stop being gold diggers. Just stop.
What did Jack Nicholson say about prostitutions?
What?
Prostitutes?
What? I don't know. What did he say? Please enlighten us.
Jack Nicholson said, you don't pay him for sex, you pay him to leave.
Oh, he said that about prostitutes?
Yeah, he said, I
Girlfriends.
bang hookers. And you're like, okay. Then he's like, I don't pay him for sex, I pay him to leave.
Wow. That's pretty profound, though, when you think about it.
I mean,
might need to put that in some type of quote book or something. Maybe
in a
lights.
song. Maybe in a song.
Oh. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, you think he'd get me for copyright infringement?
Nah, because it's not copywritten.
How you know? How do you know this?
Because it'd be all over. Everybody said that. Even Charlie Sheen, winning, said it.
Okay. We'll see. Maybe we should go try that later on.
Let's do it. Put it in the song. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Like,
what you think?
I was like, I don't know.
Nah, I don't take them trips. You talking about that track? No, I don't go down there with you. You take them trips by yourself.
No, I don't take no trips.
If you see Joe creeping on Figueroa, you know what he doing.
They say squeeze down on 4th and Holt down in Pomona.
I ain't never heard of that. See what I'm saying?
He hanging out with Sugar Free.
See what I'm saying? Who been on 4th and Holt? Huh?
I grew up there.
Yeah. So if you see Joe, stop it, man. We're gonna get in trouble.
We're gonna get in trouble. Yeah, we can't get in no trouble. Speaking of trouble, NIL is potentially getting a bunch of college kids in trouble. And let me say potentially because this is the thing that I hope that if anybody takes anything away from this show, like, and I'm about to say we've been joking a lot, but I'm being dead ass serious when I say this.
Yeah.
If you're a college football player or a high school football player and you get any type of NIL money, please do me a favor. Put some money away for taxes.
Yes.
Because they will come for you and try to get you for taxes. They don't tell you this when they sign the deal. Like, hey, we paid him the money. It's what he does with it. It's what he does with it.
Right.
No, you got to pay taxes.
For sure. Number one, if there was anything that worried me about the floodgates opening for NIL was just a lack of education.
Yeah.
The ages of some of these young men, brains aren't developed to be able to handle, that much money, that much success coming at them that fast.
What about families with
that's all a part of it. It's all a part of it. So, in a situation where I'm so happy that, we can get something back for the years of exploitation, at the same time, it's an easy way to destroy young men of color, as far as I can see. So, it's such a touchy subject because on one side, I'm looking at that good old boy network that I was just talking about, right? Once the help starts to gain a little power, a little notoriety, a little money, the good old boy network gets really upset. So you got today, Joe Manchin, Tommy Tuberville, they want to speak to the SEC about ways to regulate NIL.
It should, and not just the SEC.
I get that.
Across the conferences. There needs to be some type of cap.
I get it. I understand that. It's the source that bothers me.
Well, Tuberville?
Yes.
Yeah, I get that. And Manchin, yeah.
Both of them. It's the source that bothers me. My family is from the places where those guys are from. Those kinds of places.
Right.
That kind of thinking. And I believe that kind of thinking is what has permeated and what has caused them to start this whole run of regulation.
So wait, you don't think it also a high school kid getting $8 million and not deciding not to play his senior year of high school football because of an NIL deal that didn't play a role, or a player getting $10.3 million on an NIL deal to go to a school? But even though he's playing, I give him credit for that. You don't think that plays any type of role? Because at the end of the day, let's just say hypothetically, your godson, let's say Carrington, right? Carrington's 14, best football player in the country for his age.
Oh, you would love it.
And about to go to Bishop Gorman or Mater Dei.
Yeah.
You insert whatever power school. and they come and say, "Hey, Carrington, here's $15 million. If you come to USC, I ain't playing it down for high school football." Well, how do you know what you got? Because the problem I have is there's a high school quarterback that went from one LA school to another LA school, got the bag from his SEC school, and now went back to the other high school and was like, "I'm not playing this season."
I hear where you're going. I get that. But how many black socks, long shorts, Michigan jerseys did we buy? They didn't make a dime from it. How many times did we put on this college outfit, that college outfit? How many times did we play the game? Did we have guys on the screen that look exactly like people that we knew?
changed the names. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm saying, but do you zoom in on the damn face mask? Got these men faces here. Cats that we know. Yeah. And we know they down the street struggling to find some cornflakes to eat at night. But they playing in front of a packed Coliseum on Saturdays. Come on, man. Something got to give. So the way I see it, that scenario that you just spoke is just as ridiculous as the Fab Five not making a dime for all of the money that they created for Michigan University. That has happened over and over and over and over again, even in some. If some kid decides to take a dump, oh well. Wasn't nobody trying to give Chris Webber and Jalen Rose a dime. Wasn't nobody trying to go give all of these college athletes, man, that have literally bought billions and billions of dollars to the establishment, to the NCAA, to the conferences, to the schools themselves, to the overall economy of the cities where they play. My cousin is Pat White. Pat White used to be quarterback for West Virginia.
Baller.
On Saturdays, their stadium was bigger than the population of the city where the school was. You couldn't get gas outside of Morgantown, outside of that stadium when Pat and them were playing.
Because the whole city goes.
Everybody's at the game. He never made a dime. He didn't make a dime off his jersey. He didn't make a dime off his shoes. He didn't make a dime off any of those people in the stadium. So, yeah, we're going to have a couple of years of the Wild Wild West. What I say to every student athlete, get your money. Get it now. A bird in the hand is better than 17 in a tree.
I am not disagreeing with you. But what I am saying is the NCAA once again messed up by letting the genie out the bottle and can't get him back in. Yeah. With NIL and with the transfer portal. So good. I'm all for
this thing needs a reset.
100%.
This thing is going to make it.
What's going to happen is the NCAA is going to go bye-bye for football.
But we'll take it.
And you're going to have the big conferences do they thing like we talked about last week. I'm all for relegation. Put 2 big conferences and relegate 5 on each side. Real talk. I mean, but
I want a competitive balance.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want some parity. There's parity in college basketball that we can never get for college football. And the best way to do it right now is to have a situation where a kid can say, okay, I played here this year. You got a national championship or you got a national showing or you got X amount off of me playing here. They want to offer me some more. I'm going over there to play. I love it. Let it happen.
See, I think that's where college basketball in particular lost a lot of fans because growing up, we seen UNLV. They got Larry Johnson and Stacey Augman, Greg Anthony, Anderson Hunt coming back. George Ackles is good.
They're going to be there. We can build a relationship watching them play.
You're Tyrus.
Right.
Tyus,
yeah.
You know, Ed, Charles.
Yes.
You know, all them. They're all playing for you, are coming back to UCLA.
They're there for 4 years, man. What happens to you over 4 years? Like, that's a long growth period for you to be a fan of somebody.
I get it. And then you become attached.
Exactly.
Now you got like, and I don't want to use Caleb Williams, but I'm going to use it because he's the first one when it comes to the transfer portal I really think of. Okay, I'm dipping from Oklahoma, going to USC. Oh, guess what? Bama's going to offer me 15. Let me go to Bama now. Oh, forget it. Let me go to Miami because Miami offered me 20.
So figure out a better way.
Exactly. So the better way is to cap off some type of cap when it comes to NIL.
I have a question. I don't mean to switch the subject, but Is Joe Biden or fucking somebody calling you? Like, what the hell?
I don't know. My
is
phone
up with your
keeps it's blowing up.
You want to put it on silent or something? What are you?
It is on silent.
Selling dope these days? What's happening over here, bro?
I mean, I'm putting it in my pocket. That's what I'm going to do, so it won't go off.
Thank you so much. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I can't help that my phone's blowing up.
Guy's very important.
I don't know what it is. People just call me
Yeah.
for no reason.
Call him bullshit. Go ahead. Go back.
No,
to
but
it.
they need to put a cap on something. This is the amount we have for the most.
That's what you see as the solution, a hard cap?
There has to be some type of cap or that goes across all the schools, because let's be real. A team like UNLV, if MGM or Caesars, let's say Caesars, because we got people at Caesars. If Caesars comes in and says, "Hey, Squeeze, we're gonna pay such and such. We're gonna drop 10 for him, 15 for him, 12 for him." There's no other place in America that has a school there that will do that. Not even LA,
right?
Because USC and UCLA,
right?
It's spread out. Here in Vegas, we're all compact.
Yeah.
So if all of a sudden UNLV becomes a power, well, what are they going to say about anything? They can't say anything about anything because it's legal.
Right.
So at the same time, now if they did that, Alabama, A&M, Michigan, Ohio State, USC, they can't do. They shouldn't be doing. That's what's going to make something happen. But there has to be something to where this is how much kids get paid, players get paid. They make X amount off their jersey sales, X amount off of next year. College football comes back for EA Sports. College football comes back. They get X amount from that. They get X amount from whatever the case may be. But there has to be a cap where you can't have. You just can't have the guys making $8 million before even strapping up in a college game.
But what you're saying, first of all, why not?
I don't.
Why not? Is the kid that went to Jackson State,
Travis Hunter, is he
not worth?
He's worth what anybody wants to give him.
That's my point.
I don't have a problem with that. And I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think that's where Dion and what he's doing at Jackson State changes the game. Because before, Nick Saban would talk about Jackson State, that's just an easy win. That's just that's the lid opener. So, whatever.
Right.
But now that they're paying NIL money to kids, now it's like, well, Jackson State, now you're in the same conversation. So let's just say somebody from Howard or Grambling, Southern, FAMU, Alabama A&M, Clark.
Hold on, man.
Morehouse.
Wait a minute. Don't start this now.
I'm sorry, it's the Clark name,
Start this.
Let's just say you get some alumni down there that's like, hey, we're going to drop some dime.
Yeah, it's possible.
The good old boy network can be like, oh, no, can't do that.
Well, that's the point that I'm making right now. So I understand that it should be, we are saying the same thing. I understand that it should be some regulation, but I don't believe the right kind of regulation can happen until it's all off the rails. I feel like this has to happen first. What's happening right now, the Wild Wild West, where it's just absolutely ridiculous, I feel like that's slapping the face of an establishment. And I felt like this had to happen first. I don't believe we went from where we were to where we need to go, like you're speaking of, to a hard cap, without this period right here.
Oh, it has to happen.
Completely wild. So that, because at the end of the day, the NCAA ought to be ashamed of themselves.
100%.
Period. And the only way that that's going to be seen is to show the complete opposite first. Let this go crazy. Just like that kid, that's ridiculous. To get that much money, transfer, then decide that you're not even going to play. I understand, but it's still a slap in the face of everything that we trying to do with sports. I mean, youth sports.
Think about it. You're at another school and TQ is going to be our quarterback.
Yeah.
And then I'm working I'm the backup. Everybody working hard. And then it's like, nah, TQ leaving to go back. Joe, you're like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you got a couple weeks to prepare.
Yeah.
That's garbage.
It is. But I feel like things at the college level had just gotten so bad. The exploitation was just ridiculously. Bro, it is some of the people that thrilled us playing college basketball and football. Got to the league, maybe got hurt or whatever. Something didn't happen in that last year of school, and somewhere broke right now, or somewhere with CTE, or somewhere that just don't have health insurance, don't have anything. That college career, whether it was 3 years, 4 years, that ain't worth anything.
Well, that's the
amount
point.
of money that a person like a Marcus Dupree, some of these type of people, like the people that we watched that absolutely thrilled us, but didn't get to that next level, didn't get to make it in that next level. That college career wasn't worth something.
I look at a guy like Kenny Anderson. You know, that Georgia Tech team was the only team the year UNLV won the championship that gave them any trouble in the tournament.
Right. Kenny
was a major part of that. Kenny, number 2 overall pick.
Yes.
Goes to New Jersey, then gets traded, signs a huge deal with Portland, and then, you know, through a divorce, you know, has to pay out or whatever. He had to file bankruptcy.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Like, that ain't cool. And I agree.
The amount of people who watched Kenny Anderson play ball, the amount of people right now that sit up and reminisce and gloss over what it was like to watch Kenny Anderson play
Showtime's
ball.
new series, I haven't seen it yet, called The Point Gods, and it's the New York, who's the best point guards in New York City?
Yes.
Never come out. He's number 1.
I'm saying, man. I'm saying that to me, that person, that kind of player, which there have been so many of them, should have been able to monetize that college.
100%.
Period.
And I was thinking about this morning. I was watching a clip of Barry Sanders, and I was watching a clip of Reggie Bush, and a clip of Bo Jackson. Like, I'd never seen Bo play in person from a college level. NFL level, 100% with the Raiders when they were in LA. Yeah. Never seen Barry Sanders play in college. Watched him on TV a lot. Same thing with Bo. Reggie Bush was the most electrifying running back I've seen with my own 2 eyes in person. Like, there was nobody like Reggie to me. I really forgot, and I'm ashamed to say it, how Barry Sanders did people at Oklahoma State. Like, it was ridiculous. Like,
he ain't stopped.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, in the NFL.
Stop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But those are guys. I mean, think how many times were we at the Coliseum and we seen people wearing number 5 or number 11 jerseys or 21 jerseys?
That is so unique because at the time we didn't have an NFL team. They were the NFL team
100%.
for Los Angeles.
Yes.
They were it was the Lakers, then USC.
And then the Dodgers. And then everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's still like that.
But what I'm saying is they overtook the Dodgers.
They did, because they were winning.
They was winning, and not only were they winning, to see, like you said, to see number 5, man, live, that was something else. That was something to behold. And to think the man had to get his damn Heisman Trophy taken.
That's part of the reason why they left the Pac-12.
Over money. Like, come on, man.
Money that he didn't even take.
He didn't even take the money. The point is, the man should have been making a salary. He should have been making a salary. That area around USC at the time when he was doing his thing on Saturdays, has it been like that since?
No, never. I don't know if it ever will.
That's
honestly.
what I'm saying.
And you could even take it here locally. Those UNLV teams.
Yes.
Like, I still see Larry Johnson jerseys. Stacey Ogden's birthday was on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Stacey.
Happy birthday, man. Plastic, man.
Greg Anthony and Anderson Hunt, who you see Anderson around town when he's out here.
That was like a damn NBA team, man.
They were the NBA team.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like every one of them dudes should have been able to monetize that time that they brought that level of entertainment to this city.
100%.
It's ridiculous to have some governing body that would say, "Oh no, somebody can't take you out after a game and buy you a steak as an appreciation." That's ridiculous.
But they're making their 2 or 3 or 4 billion off advertising for the NCAA tournament.
Damn shame, man.
And Mark Emmert keeps giving. Well, he kept giving us up, and thank God he's leaving.
Yeah.
Thank God he's leaving.
Yeah. For real.
You thought I had something bad to say about whoever it was earlier. You don't get me started on that douche.
Nah, I'll join in with you on that one. For real.
We have to join in next week. Well, no, we're next week. You're off in the road.
Yeah, I'm out of here next week, man. I'm moving and grooving. Y'all will find out then.
Where in the world is TQ? Follow his IG at TQ the Trojan.
Yeah, holla at your boy. Might see some cool things next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe.
Come on, dude. Come on, man. Come on, man. Damn.
Of course you will. You go to a beach.
This guy, man.
Anyway. Hey, man, but for real, safe travels next week.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Listen, I want to say to everybody in Las Vegas, with them storms last week, got water damage and all that kind of stuff. Be happy the wind didn't take you and send you to Reno, because it was just that bad.
UNR.
We made it through.
Well, hey, you know what? Anybody go to Reno, that's already bad. There's nothing in Reno. You want to see a full set of teeth in the Reno line, 32 people up.
Yo, man, listen. You know what? What you do is you create enemies. That's what you do.
No, damn it.
You create enemies. Those people already don't like us.
So what?
But sometimes I have to travel up there to do non-work things. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm walking around. Hey, you the guy that said we don't have no teeth up here. No, I didn't say that. That was the short bald head dude. He's not black. I'm the black dude. It was him.
You talking about when you go see Lieutenant Dangle?
Yo.
The best thing about Reno was Reno 911.
Yo, you know what? It is time to end this show. It is time to end this show, my brother.
Shouts out to 20 grand vodka. About to go have me a 29 grand apple cranberry.
Oh, man, he gonna be drunk.
Yeah, tonight. Dude, it's The Franchise Show. I'm Joe.
It's your boy TQ.
Holla at you next week.
Yeah.